It's an S4, was it?
No, I think it was some online thing at the beginning of quarantine.
Maybe, yeah.
It was one of those weekly things, and you and I did just like 3 sets, and one of them was this, and it took some time.
What round is this? What round do we got coming up?
This is winners finals.
We are in winners finals.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the thing.
I'm excited. And
Yeah,
I've brought
I'm
talking points just in case
No.
the pace is
Ooh,
And a cool
coming
hat.
Yeah, I was like driving home. I was out doing some Christmas stuff, and I was like, I checked bracket, I checked like the projected things, and I was like, who went it? I saw Morsecode, and I saw ORLY, and I was like, all right, I need to come up with some points to talk about, just in case we're in like the depths of a game 4.
Yeah, y'all call pop, or you call soda pop in Michigan.
I call it soda. I don't mess with that, dude.
I think I call it soda.
I think Michigander. I forgot we lost our resident Michigander with Tommy. Michigander.
Michigander.
Yeah, they call themselves Michiganders and Michiganians, man. They don't have like an official thing for it, I think. But man, Morris is just, he's the hardest man to get to commit to a goddamn thing sometimes. It feels like he is he's a hard, he's not impenetrable, but he is like solidly like a steel wall. Like you got to come in with the artillery cannons to figure him out, man.
Definitely like a top 3 most patient player.
Yeah, definitely. He reminds me of like, he's the Michael 41 billion of Samus, honestly.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh man,
he is completely willing to just sit on side platform and just go for a reaction for what people do. Like he's like, I'll maybe throw a jump call out here and there with like a rising nair, but I don't gotta risk it if I don't have to.
Oh, playing Michael 41 billion in bracket led to like the most underwhelming bracket night of my life. I lost to like Samus and Puff. I just sort of sat back in my chair. I was like, all right, man.
I guess it's that kind of night.
Yeah,
I guess I'm going to Fuds after this and just being sad.
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
with a nice string.
Yeah, he's maintaining a solid lead. Though he manages to force Morse back, but he doesn't complete anything off the real end.
Oh, nice.
I like the single hit nair wait, because like more often than not when you see single hit nair, it's like, okay, well I want to grab, or I want to, get in there, maybe do like a rising up air, catch a jump out, that kind of thing. But like single hit nair wait.
These two are definitely the kings of like, I'm gonna poke your shield and then wait for you to do something out of it.
Oh yeah, I mean I remember watching Summit 10, and someone was like, "Yo, that's the really," and it was just someone.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. And it was like, it was like Summit 10 or some other melee event, but it was a Falcon that just like jabbed and then immediately ran to the other side of the stage. I was like, yo, that is the overlay.
Yeah, I guess. Welcome to the Midwest, baby.
Oh no, did he just jump back? Yeah.
One thing that I would say is the O'Reilly for this matchup, maybe not in Chris's favor, is going way too hard off stage and just getting dunked because he forgets that Samus has a meteor. I've already seen it like twice where he'll knock Morse off, and I don't know if it's impatience or just sort of a misjudging, but he just launches himself off stage. And yeah,
that was hot. That was hot. Yeah, he definitely overcommits in the off stage, like you said, and it's costing him his lead right now. It's just like I feel like there's a very specific range play against Samus where it's like right outside of her dash attack, but also like within the range where you can overshoot on her to be able to get in to like her dash back. That was good. That was good. But Morse with a nice GI.
Well, so what do you think? Do you think that once you get in on Samus and you're pressuring her shield, is that the time you sort of turn on the jets and you try and bait out an up-B out of shield or something? Or do you think it's wise to respect that?
So I think personally that like being able to stand at like perfectly spaced nair distance where like your second hit nair is still not going to get down smashed, and like you force this, okay, well what's your option out of this? Because if you do a perfectly spaced nair on Samus' shield, she doesn't have a response, right? Like you're able to dash back out of it, she's able to like try to wave dash forward and F tilt you, or you could just knee after it. Like there's Falcon's whole thing in his matchups is rolling the bones better than the opponent can. Like he skews RPS in his favor with his speed. That's the whole idea of like playing Falcon. But when you're off stage, all the dice fall out of your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Morsecode catching O'Reilly going a little bit too hard on shield and kicks him in the head for it.
Yeah, I mean he's going all gas no brakes on it sometimes, and sometimes you gotta pull back on the throttle.
There are those magical nights though, man, where it works.
Oh
there are those. I've been to many a TPS that Morse shows up to, and we're in podcast mode, and you just see Chris go faster and faster until you look up. Wow, he won.
Yeah, if you want a track for Falcon going ham, it's Smoker Ace by Ween. Or Stroker Ace. That's it.
I haven't heard that one. I'm gonna have to look that up later.
It's a fucking banger, Conrad. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
down, dude.
Yeah. Stroker Ace.
What do you think Morse's music is?
I think Morse... I think he just hears like how sluggishly his blood is pumping through his brain from all the Mountain Dew, man.
It's the same track, but just like on 0.25 speed.
Yeah, it's something. I really don't know. Morse is an enigma unto me. He is without a doubt one of the best players in the game, but also just like, man,
it's like
he is
Mountain Dew
so willing.
Sped up his reaction time so much that he sees the world in slow motion, but then it translates.
That's probably what it is, honestly. Like his edgeguard game, his like knowledge of when you want to go in the most and punishing you for it. Absolutely crazy.
You gotta say, I'm seeing what you and Ellipsis were talking about earlier. This is definitely a solid show.
Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit like this. It's like watching a video in 2003 dial-up. You just found YouTube for the first time and you want a video where the guy goes to the zoo.
You're dating me here. I'm like 2.5 years too late, or too young.
Yeah, you're like on a.
I get the vibe.
Yeah, it's a little chunky. That's definitely.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that in smooth frames to see that Chris almost just hit that Falcon punch.
Yeah. That's definitely if we have as many that's the ORLY as we have the mangoes, which in no way, shape, or form do any of us. The Falcon punch to recover like a goddamn N64 player is definitely the vibe for ORLY.
That or nipple spiking people.
True.
There was I was watching some Melee weekly once that Chris was playing. And the commentators weren't totally hip to who he is, and he was just going for nipple spike. And they're like, oh, really going for that style, going this style. It's like, no, man, that's
every day.
Yeah. It's a very big part of his combo tree, believe it or not.
Now, seeing more Falcons embrace the nips, I feel like Nunn's been leading the charge for the public eye to be able to see it.
Bat sound. The bat sound is so juicy. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, where Nunn has the PK like that, or the rest sound to it. The Luigi upbeat noise. The three most.
You casted Nunn versus. It was a show match. It was Nunn versus Connor from Minnesota.
I did, and man, Nunn looks great. I gotta say.
Yeah, that was.
Connor was putting in what he could, but Nunn just looked untouchable.
He's so fast. He's just so crazy fast.
Yeah. The thing about Nunn is he plays a coverage game, right? Like, so he goes for like the 1 in 3 or 4 read, but then it's completely able and fast enough to be able to cover the other options he missed. Like Nair is always there, right?
I say this about Nunn and ORLY basically every time I watch, so apologies to Midwest viewers who hear me ramble about this all the time.
Yeah.
But don't watch the reads that ORLY and Nunn get right. Watch what happens when they miss, because it's so rare when they're playing well that I see ORLY or Nunn just drop an advantage state. It's not always true, but they have advantage. And I think that's partially why Morse is kind of running the train right now. Is if you're just that much of a brick wall,
Yeah.
that you can slow down the pace, then it becomes hard to really get the train going.
And I mean, Samus isn't the type of character that you're able to make that sort of high octane advantage state on. Because like Falcon and Spacey's, like Spacey's when they're in the grounded situation, they're all the same, right? Like if you're in the tech situation as Spacey, I don't care who the fuck you are.
You're in
the same
trouble.
person,
You're in trouble.
right? But Samus getting like a firm knockdown on her and being able to convert in a way that is meaningful, like on her tech rolls, is so much harder. Because
So
like one, you rarely see her get into a tech roll situation. And two, it's like if you do, you maybe get a knee if you have good spacing, or you maybe get an up air or a stomp. You know, it's tricky.
Well, I mean, so you play Luigi, and that's like part of your bag is being able to be that brick wall. I mean, is that something you're aware of when you're playing?
I've been playing more Falcon lately, but when I was playing Luigi, being able to, you know, constantly have anti-combo tools due to my weight and my floatiness was always such a huge boon.
Frame 4 move.
Yeah, so it's like if I want, you know, if I want the smoke, I go in and then I get knocked into the air, and if I know they're not a player that's experienced enough to deal with it, I'm gonna nair them, right? Like if I'm playing against Arsenals though, or if I'm playing against Lunchables, like I'm in the air, you know, they're not gonna just come to me. They're gonna wait for my reaction and then proceed to juggle properly, right? So I think that's what distinguishes Samus from a character like Luigi in the sense of her recovery and like her ability to come down. While it's still difficult for her, like she doesn't have to be as committal. She has like bomb mix-up timings. She's able to air dodge and go more off stage to a better distance where she's safe. That was gross. Can we talk about taunt cancel and fall off up air? That was actually filthy.
I would say that really wasn't doing that until Chalupi showed him the magic of rebinding his taunt button.
Honestly,
like
rebinding your taunt button is smart. I still haven't done it. Even though I never use Y, I still have yet to do it.
Are you an X jumper?
Wait, no, I'm a Y jumper. That's right. Never mind.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, we have that in common.
I just remember it's the top one sometimes.
Oh, Chris.
He really wants those stomps.
I saw the stars in the dust for a second.
Yeah.
There he goes again, just launching off stage. I'm noticing that he's doing a great job of keeping center, but ooh, nice.
There you go. A little double jump bait.
I mean, if you can finish off the stocks like that, you don't need to even hear what I was about to say.
Oh. Well, the thing about the like far off stage thing you did there was that's to cover DI up and out.
Sure.
Alright, so it's like, it was quote unquote good, right? Like it's a good tool for the wrong situation.
That was almost a sick bomb to cover the instant up B.
Yeah. Definitely works a little bit better in melee where Falcon can't sweet spot. Like Falcon can really pull back in this game. And like having more walls to work with, because like on Yoshi's story you got Jazz, you know? Like you're stoked to go there as Falcon because you got wall jumps. But like having 3 wall jump stages, oof, so nice. Definitely makes up for the mid % a lot of the time.
Yeah, I agree. You think that's more, what do you think Buffs is recovering more of that or the side B snap?
I like side B snap because it adds a dimension to like, I already use side B in my recovery and like melee and everything.
Yeah.
Because like, if you just side B into some like a spot where they don't think you're gonna go, ooh. Oh, he could have need that. Need that for sure. That would have been death too. Like now that you have the additional dimension of being able to just snap sledge with it, definitely helps out a lot. I think that having 3 is good, but it's not like groundbreaking. His longevity gets extended, but like the meaningful amount of change that was.
Ooh, what was that?
So he definitely. That was definitely like, I just threw a move that was meant to combo, and I was also like, maybe ASDIing down, because that was Bermuda Triangle DI.
I've always wondered what when that meta is going to evolve, because I mean, earlier this week when I was just lurking in Toph's stream as he was playing P+ with Switch.
Yeah.
And they said, Switch is like, yeah, I mean, so you have like this cool DSDI thing. Not that many top players use it, and I like leaned in my chair. I was like, why? it's so broken.
Yeah.
And my pet theory is that the eventual mix-up is going to be trying to get people, like you get Fox up thrown, right?
Yeah.
And so right now, the way I do it, at least, I'm speaking personal bias, is I'll like smash right on the gray stick and down on the yellow stick.
Yeah.
I
So
play
you like
Lucario,
smash
so
the on gray stick to be able to get out of the up air, and then down
then
to
if
be able
they're-
to get
yeah.
positional advantage.
well, if they're too late, then you kick them with.
Yeah.
I play Lucario, so I can down it. But I
Oh,
mean, for Marth,
yeah.
it would be like full air, so I switch it. I'll do like down on
Yeah,
the gray
yeah,
stick,
yeah.
right on the yellow stick. My question is, when does the meta become anticipate dual stick SDI and wait for them to throw a move out and punish the extra move? You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, like that leads into a lot of talk about shadowing, which I don't think it's
You've
talked about
piqued my
enough.
interest. Go on.
Okay, so shadowing is basically, it's more of like a principle used in edge guarding technique, where you'll see like a Fox like jump up to follow like maybe a jumping Falco when he's off stage, right? And that's just to be able to like have your position match your opponents, to be able to counter them better, right? But so then you raise this discussion of like, okay, well, what if I throw someone up and then instead of going for the actual follow-up because I know they're going to be good enough to get it, do I then in turn, wait for that move that's supposed to come out? So like I can see a Fox jumping up to shadow and like pretend like a feint to be able to go for that up air,
Sure.
but instead like, instead it's just going to be like a wait, fast fall, immediately go for position, immediately go for another up air after to mix up timing, shit like that.
Fascinating. I've never heard of that term, shadowing.
Yeah. If you want a really good breakdown of like what a lot of people consider like the 4 stages of play, I know CLG just put out a really good video from Coach Bobby.
Oh, was that the one where it was like a panel with him and SFAT and PPU?
Yeah, him, SFAT, and PPU talk a lot about mentality, but before they really got into the meat and bones of the panel, it was this video where it was like, okay, here's the 4 stages. There's neutral, punish, edge guarding, and what was the other one? Defense, right?
Okay, I got to stream a bit late then. I missed that part.
Yeah.
Write that down, chat.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's on. I want to say it's on Pew Pew's YouTube's. I'm not sure. It might be on CLG itself, but definitely worth checking out. But they discuss shadowing in there as concept, and it's very solid.
It's on the CLG YouTube page, the official channel.
Yeah, sick.
Cool.
I think so. Okay, yeah, caught his jump there. Yeah, and see, there's that kind of mirroring where it's like you jump out a little bit just to be able to like either maintain that threat, or if they do commit, if Morse didn't pull back on the bomb, he's able to get the back of it, right?
Sure.
Like you add this almost observational movement into your edge guard that then allows you to make better decisions from the go.
Well, I mean, and it's forcing something out of your opponent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like Morse could, like try to trade or mix up off with like a weight, but it definitely demands that you acknowledge that base. But right now, it's looking like Morsecode might just go to Grants.
Yeah, looking pretty grim if you're a Falcon lover.
Oh god. Yeah, this is hell on earth. Oh, nice.
Oh,
okay, 59%. Actually, really doable now. Grab at 0 means
definitely.
big money. Oh,
whoa.
Yeah. Samus has been getting so much better at avoiding like conversions off down throw with like full DI down and away into forward air, funnily enough. But it looks like that bomb really worked out well for Morris.
Oh my god, finally.
Classic.
It is time of need.
Spacing these out here.
You can feel his pain. How many times has he been in that situation with Morse on the ledge and he's just throwing out a desperate hitbox trying to...
Yeah, Hail Mary Falcon punch. And then you're Falcon above stage against Samus. You're like, well, fuck me running, I guess.
What are you to do? 3-1 to Morsecode. He's going to see you in winner's side grands. Meanwhile, Frost and Pablo looking like 1-1.
So are they going right now? So it looks like Chris gets a bit of a break, which is good. But looks like you'll be able to see that on Books' stream. Pardon me.
Twitch.tv/Books is great.
He is. It's true.
It is. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty swell.
I am gonna get another beer because it's that kind of night, and I have work tomorrow. So
We'll hold it down, dude. Cheers to that.
I have work tomorrow.
That's a good reason as any.
Things down, Che.
I'm trying. I don't know why you guys are having issue. Stream can hear me, but you guys can't.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are having issues with the Discord stream. I don't.
Zuko chew through a cable.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He was vomiting profusely earlier, though.
He's vomiting up your cables, man. He's vomiting up your Ethernet cord.
My man was having issues, but yeah, I don't know why it says that the encode. It doesn't